Hello, everybody. I got this chap right by me. Tell the people what your name is.
My name is Nathan. You probably know me by Hoopin' Nate.
And how long you been training with us, and how much have you improved in that time?
4-year anniversary is on Friday, so 2021, and I went from a 27 to a 41-inch vertical.
What?
And I did a pre-test the week before joining THP.
That's crazy. All right,
Wow.
and we got the THP super coach behind the camera, and he'll be asking us questions. Going in completely blind. We don't know what's about to be asked.
They literally don't know anything. So let's first just talk about your story, Nate. So a lot of people don't know this, but you are 18 years old, right? So go over how you ended up in this weird niche of dunking and found us.
It's a long story. I'm going to shorten it. Came out the womb with a ball in my hand. Had pretty athletic siblings, so grew up playing every sport, track, football, baseball, everything.
Hold the mic closer
Oh,
to your face.
sorry. And then I fell in love with basketball at a really early age, and so we always had a mini hoop in our basement. And I would always see my brothers dunking on it, and I was like, I want to dunk. So we put it on a little cabinet, probably 3 feet off the ground, and that's where the love for dunking came. I'd put on highlights and try to recreate every dunk I saw. And then it slowly grew into me filming them and wanting to watch myself in slow-mo. And so I started posting them. Got no traction for 2 or 3 years. This was 2017 or 2018.
Oh, wow.
Nate the jumping kid. And then so I stopped posting and kept filming. And then during COVID, my brother was like, you need to post again. You would go viral, whatever. And so he actually made my username Hoopin' Nate. And then blew up during COVID.
The rest is history.
Yeah, I DM'd you about knee pain in 2021.
Oh, you did?
Because I had knee pain. And then you're like, you should just join our program.
Yeah.
And that was...
And
November.
I stepped in.
DMs a lot.
You used to do that, yeah, before you were big time. So yeah, you reached out to me in 2021 of November,
I reached out to him.
but then I DM'd you
Yes.
in November of 2021.
Yes.
Yeah, and then got him set up on the training, and yeah, talk about what your you said your vertical is 27 inches, right? So you were how old? 15, 14?
14.
You're 14 years old, 27-inch vertical.
Jumping every day.
What was he jumping every day? Yeah, so talk about that,
For
because
you.
we had this conversation. Isaiah and I talk about it all the time, and we generally advise people to do exactly what Nate did. And Dom's actually another really interesting case study, because he did the same exact thing. Isaiah, you did the exact same thing. A lot of really talented people do. And so we've tried to recreate.
And
Go ahead.
he played a lot of sports,
Yeah.
before the jumping every day.
You're talking Nate or Dom?
Just in
Or
general,
both?
the people.
People,
The
yeah,
masses.
the masses. So you definitely have to have a very broad stroke, but then you have this kind of sprinkle of specificity of playing or doing the thing you really want to get better at more. And in this case, that's jumping. And we always tell people, jump as much as you possibly can, because you can get a lot of positive adaptations when you're really, really young. You don't weigh a lot. You can afford to do it. So now talk about what it's like in jump, what would happen if you try to jump every day now? Because I think people probably still think you do that.
I would get hurt immediately. My knees would flare up. I think I probably noticed it above a 38. My forces became a little too high to jump more than 2 or 3 times a week. And then just recently, after I officially tested a 41, I realized I couldn't jump twice a week anymore.
He's just too... Isaiah, you look perplexed. What's your feedback on that?
No, because I've never thought of it as you reach a certain vertical and then what volume you can handle changes. And the reason I'm perplexed is the numbers he said lines up to when I stopped being able to.
You know what's crazy?
The frequencies.
On the way over here, Nate was like, I looked at when Isaiah had a 40-inch vertical, and his relative strength numbers are identical to my relative strength numbers at that point.
It's almost the exact same. Mine were a little higher, but you were taller, so it was harder for you.
Yeah.
So I bet it would even out.
Which is absolutely fascinating. You guys had the same
we had the
exact
same
progression.
upbringing.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so now Nate, talk about what the first, your first experience was, because I know on the way over you were like, I started with. What'd you start with on the training with us?
Oh, with you guys, body
Yeah.
weight exercises.
Yeah, so
I remember that.
yeah, so I started him super basic. At this point, I can just sit in the.
And
I can just take a seat now, boys. I'd like to take a seat. Oh, let's zoom this out a little bit. So, yeah, I started him with the most basic progression that we have, which is body weight, and they're not that basic. It's actually pretty hard. Ooh, getting cozy.
a little tight here.
Yeah, a little tight in here. Okay, I'm going to refrain from making a funny comment, but I'll leave it to you in the comments section. If you're interested in coaching, go to tspstrength.com. It's in the description below. We're doing a free 6-week challenge. You have to put a deposit down, so don't be surprised. But if you complete the challenge,
You get it back.
we'll give you your money back. So that's a pretty good deal. Just do the challenge
In exchange for coaching.
in exchange for coaching.
It's basically don't be lazy.
Don't be lazy.
So don't do it if you're a lazy guy or if you quit things that you
If
start.
you don't want to work hard.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing I think all of us took away from working with me is it's going to be hard.
And I do want to add in here, that's why we put the deposit down so that you're motivated to keep doing the workouts so that you don't lose your money. Because guess what happens if we don't do a deposit? You're going to
don't
quit.
do the workouts.
You're going to quit because it sucks and it's hard.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, when it comes to LTAD, long-term athletic development, you want, like I said, broad strokes to very fine strokes, and you get more specific as you go. And in Nate's case, we started with the broadest strokes, which is learning how to do things like a bodyweight squat, a single leg squat, a lunge. There's more advanced stuff in there. There's a lot of running. There's plyos.
And as I was doing this, he was having me learn the technique for Olympic lifts.
So he would send me these videos in the chat. I don't know if you know this, but Nate and I would correspond a lot. And, you know, every couple months I would get like an update on, hey, what does this look like, whatever else. And so I would just cue him through his Olympic weightlifting technique. I'd say, okay, you need to keep the bar close. You need to stay vertical. You need to push the knees forward. Yeah, talk about that.
You used to do side-by-side pictures with Olympic lifters and like at each pole or each position and have me try to like recreate what they're doing.
I also want to say, because we just did a workout like a couple hours ago, and Nate is the first guy that has come and visited, and I've been impressed by their technique. And I'm someone who, like, I pride myself in having good technique, and I understand the work it takes to have, like, perfect technique in things, and, like, I don't know. It's cool seeing it. Like, and then you saying the relative strength level thing, like, I've always loved technique, right? So it's cool. It's cool
You
to
have
see.
to obsess over it,
Yeah, you definitely do.
especially with jumping.
Yeah, talk about that. Were you obsessed over the training? At what point did you become as obsessed with training as you did with jumping? Because I know early on you just wanted to jump all the time, and it was kind of annoying.
Yeah.
And then it probably switched around like a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago.
If that, I would say up until a year ago, I hated lifting because I was like, I could just be jumping. And I just wanted to dunk. I wanted to lower him the whole time. But then John gave me a little talk. And
Talking to.
we decided I needed to focus more on lifting. And that's when I started getting a little stronger. Technique was getting better and started to have a little more fun with it. So
I
that's
think-
when I still
Yeah,
like
that
jumping
switch.
more.
Yeah,
obviously,
but like you appreciate and understand
Yes.
more the importance of lifting, and I think that's really important. A lot of people don't have that switch. You know, they just want to jump, and I encourage people to do that if they can, to jump as much as possible. But at some point, you've got to start to take the weight room more seriously. I had the conversation with Dom, had the conversation with you early on. Isaiah was already pretty good, so I didn't really have to have that too much. It was just like more. The more conversation was you got to jump less. That was more so the conversation.
I tried to do both things at the same time, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
I think it's part of the reason I got horrible knee pain so early. It's because I was progressing a lot with my jumping and then trying to lift hard at the same time. So, but it was always something I enjoyed.
Yeah.
I actually have a question for, I guess, both of you. How strong do you think Nate is going to end up being when he's like, you know, mid to late 20s?
So Nate is a really late bloomer, and I've told him many times across the last 4 years, I was like, dude, once you start to like develop and your hormones start to go crazy, you start to hit puberty, you're gonna get really, really strong, and you're gonna jump super high. Can you verify that I told you that numerous times?
A lot. He
I was
thinks
like,
I'm going to be 6 foot.
I think Nate has
don't.
potential to be 6 foot still. I think
I
he's still
don't think so.
growing, and he's gonna get taller because his dad is 5'10", his brother's 6 foot. So I think he's
Dad's
gonna be.
6 foot too.
Oh, you're gonna be 6 foot.
Other brother's 5'9" though.
Okay, you're gonna be at least
Mom's
5'9".
5'2"
Are you still growing?
Yeah.
Or, and you're 5'8"?
and a half.
Dude, look how much he's matured in that period of time. Look at his face. He's still a
I
baby.
think 5'10".
I hope if I could get 5'10", I'd be so happy.
Yeah, you'll be at least that. So, yeah, that said, I very 6 foot, imagine, with his technique. Oh, yes.
What's your standing reach?
7'5.5".
7'5.5".
We're gonna pull his arm out of socket, and we'll see if
I
it's
feel like I'm
actually
pretty
so bad.
legit.
Hey, you already have an advantage over Dom.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey,
And
poor
Dom's
Dom.
freaking nasty.
Dom is nasty. So, yeah, I think now having seen him lift, and I've been tracking, and his strength levels have gone up a ton. So if he can bar like everything him progressing the way he is now, I think you can be stronger than Isaiah in terms of the numbers you put up. Because of your height. I think that you will put up bigger weight room numbers if you put together 8 years of weight training. You're going to keep progressing really, really. I would be surprised if you didn't clean at least what Isaiah does and squat at least. That's what I'm saying. I'd be surprised if he didn't match it.
You know who I'm imagining is like Jacob Tucker.
Oh,
That's what I'm like
a
picturing.
little meatball.
Yeah. I could
man.
see
I don't even
that.
know who that is, to be honest.
What?
All right,
You don't
we
watch
need
the
to.
podcast, bro. We posted
always-
like Jacob Tucker like 2 days ago.
What?
Oh, last week. It was
I watch every podcast.
I don't know.
All right, we're gonna enlighten you
I
after this
rewatch all the
podcast.
podcasts
We're gonna enlighten you.
Maybe he's not on. He's not up to date with the newest channel. This is our newest channel. This is the podcast channel.
Oh,
Yeah. I know. I was just busting your balls. So yeah, what were you gonna say?
Oh, well, you can never be strong enough, I would say. Is that fair to say?
that's a fair statement.
I've never seen someone be too strong.
Yeah.
I don't think there's like specific numbers. I think
What do you mean specific numbers? Like that you
when
won't
he
hit?
says
That
how
is
strong
most
do you think
physically
I'll be?
possible.
Oh,
I
yeah,
have-
you're
I have
like-
specific numbers.
That you think?
Yeah.
What do you
I think. Do you gain weight easily?
He's now recently when he started going.
Yeah. How much do you weigh?
150.
150.
148, 150.
You
I
got
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
He
That's.
put 30 pounds of
Yeah,
muscle.
yeah. I
Oh,
think.
he's cleaning 300
I think
easy.
you're gonna weigh like 180 and deep squat 450 to 500, and then I think you're gonna clean mid threes.
Hopefully he doesn't. Here's the one caveat. Ooh, 2 mics. If you guys made it this far in the podcast, sorry. But so I think
Oh, I just pressed something.
that's fine. So if
I
you,
pressed record.
yeah, it's fine. Just trust me, it's fine.
Okay, sorry.
So if you, so I think if, sorry, I got so distracted. That's so unhinged. No, but honestly, no, but I'm glad it did. Honestly,
Every
I
moment in
really
your
needed
life
that.
led up to
It led
that.
up to that. Every moment of my life led up to that moment happening. It's so hard to refocus. It's so hard to refocus. Okay, so I think if you continue to progress, I think all of Isaiah's numbers are reasonable, but the biggest pitfall that I see people run into, and I've seen it happen a lot with really talented guys, like there's been guys that were a little bit obsessed, but not enough where they didn't get derailed. Like you have to have the same mindset Isaiah has. They get so into lifting that they forget about performance, like totally, end up wanting to be bigger because they're in college and they want to impress people, or they think that that's going to make them more confident or something else.
You're saying don't try to
No,
be
I'm saying
bigger?
no. I'm saying this happens as like you will get bigger and stronger, and eventually guys flip over to not caring about dunking and only caring about lifting, and they just stop training completely and just want to be bodybuilders. Like I've seen it happen so many times where talented guys could have been so good, and then they're like, actually, I think lifting is cooler, and therefore I just want to be a lifter. I don't even want to do this anymore. Especially when they have a hiccup and an injury, they just default to getting huge, and then they're like, I don't even want to go back to jump training. It happened to Josh. Josh did that exact thing. And it derails your progress a lot. And if you come back, it's not impossible to like get to your genetic potential, but it definitely slows down that progression. I think the key is to stay the course and not get don't get distracted by the bro that you're roommates with being like, bro, you gotta crush creatine and get huge. Like who watches the Trend Twins and then thinks that that's going to be, the wave to being successful. Like that's what I've seen so many guys fall into, and it's kind of sad
I
actually.
feel like I love dunking too much for
Yeah,
that.
if you become a fitness influencer, I'll cry. I'll be like, no, I called it.
Start my own jump.
Yeah, yeah, that happens all the time.
The thing is like he's got the obsession with dunking. Like, you don't low rim every day and create new dunks. Like, that's something, I don't know, something has to, like,
Go ahead, say it.
there's got to be a screw loose in there, like, for it, and
A little bit of
in a good way.
We'll touch of autism here. The three of us make at least 4 autistic.
No, because that, like, archetype of, like, dunking and then switch over to lifting, I don't think I've ever seen someone that's, like, dunk obsessed, low rimming obsessed do that.
Yeah.
I don't think I've
that's
ever
fair.
seen it. It's usually guys that are, most of the people I see do it don't have, like, good dunk technique.
Yeah, they
Like-
just have a lot of potential, and then they just piss it away. All right, this is probably a pretty good place to close it off. So, Nate, you've been training with us for how long?
4 years on Friday.
4 years. That's crazy. And you've improved your vertical, as we said, how much?
14 inches.
14 inches. Is
Right,
that the
is that
most we've ever
crazy?
seen? Wait,
No.
yeah, 14. 27 to 41.
I actually don't think it is.
We've seen
We
more than that?
just had a guy in a year, 28 to 40
28 to, he was 27 to, oh, in a year.
in a year.
Okay, that's crazy.
We've had a lot of, like, 12 plus injuries on our program.
But if you do the workouts, you'll get better. They're hard. Yes, it's not always, you don't always see 12 inches in a year or 12 inches in a night. But if you train for 4 years, you too can get 12 inches
Bro,
of raw vertical.
I literally think if you're, like, at high school age and you sign up for THP, like, you will get a 40-inch vertical.
Yeah, that's kind of, if you're
Like,
not
I think
wussy.
it's, like, doable for literally any. If you're, you know what I mean? If you get you early. If you've done jumping before then, it's, like, even more likely.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I think the potential is, like, mid-40s.
What do you think Nate's genetic potential is in terms of vertical?
Ooh, I like this question.
50 plus for sure.
It's potential.
Yeah.
You know, potential
50
is a
plus.
French word for who gives a damn.
Yeah, hasn't been done. No, I think 50 plus for sure.
All right.
Yeah. I think anybody, it's like what I was saying before. Like, if you played a lot of sports, spent a ton of time jumping, and then you start training hard, like 16, 17, like, you probably have potential for a 50.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. All right, well, that's a good place to shut this down. See you guys. This is Nate.
Like the video,
We'll see you next week.
give us the subscription. It helps us.
Best coaching on the planet.
Yes, sir.